cool beans. Okay, we never recording. Okay, and so do you find, and I'm sorry, what was your name? My man that went mute on me. Okay.
Sorry, I had to tell my son quit yelling. Joshua.
Oh, oh, Joshua. Okay, hey Joshua. Okay, and about roughly how many stocks you got on your watch list?
See, this depends on which one because I got multiple ones. I got buy and hold, I got ETFs, I got the dividends, I have market movers, I
Okay.
have multiple different ones.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so do you have like a special criteria? I mean, besides what you just said for each one, or is it like the same criteria for all of the ones on every list?
No, it's a different criteria because it's look at your dividend ones from what I'm looking at is going to be different from some of your tech and your buy and hold.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends really on if it's in your Roth, if it's in your solo 401k, what account
Okay.
it's in, your
Okay.
age, how long you got. So
Yeah.
those are the things that I look at.
Okay. No, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. That's cool. Is it Shantae? You got your hand raised, Shantae?
Yes, thank you. Good evening. Thanks for putting on this Zoom too. Appreciate it.
No problem.
So what I do, I don't have any buy and holds yet
Mm-hmm.
because I'm doing options to get the money for buy and holds.
Okay.
Um, so what I do is I look for what's in my price range.
Mm-hmm.
For the options play or what I can afford. I look at the open interest. I look at the delta.
Okay.
Then I see how long the CEO has held his position with the company.
Dope. Okay.
I try to figure out if they have a good moat. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't mastered that, but with um, Google Gemini and Chat GPT and
Mm-hmm.
just reading on things, I've been quite had some luck with that. Then I look at what they're up percentage wise year
Mm-hmm.
to date,
Okay.
last 3 months,
Okay.
and then overall for the last year and 5 years.
Oh
And
wow.
that helped me feel more confident of, okay, yes, this is a good company I can get into.
Okay. So you took trap class.
Yes, ma'am.
I can tell.
I'm trying to master charting. Let me tell y'all, if you don't mind me sharing this.
No, go ahead, please.
So I can't get into any of the options Trap have posted because
Mm-hmm.
it's out of my price range. But what I do is I look for what is in my price range with the
Mm-hmm.
same company. If
Mm-hmm.
it's not, I'll just research something else. But I
Mm-hmm.
started with $475.
Okay.
And my husband and I, we make a really good income,
Mm-hmm.
but our money was tied up in other places. And I remember him saying, you need to do Live, Spark, or something. Um, something. I was like, yeah. Now I haven't worked for anybody since 2016. But I was
Mm-hmm.
like, hell, I ain't got no pride. Let me go do what I gotta do to get me some money. So
Period.
I did that for a couple of days and I put the money in the market. And with just that money, I'm up over $1,000.
Won't he do it? Come on,
Yes,
tap
he will.
on it. All right now. So you took your Lyft and Uber money and put it in the market.
Well, I did Walmart delivery, but yep, I did that
Okay,
and put it
yeah.
in the. Yeah, my husband was like, "You gonna do what now?" I
Right.
was like, He was like, "Yeah, right. You're not gonna do that." And I was like, "Watch, watch me,
No, that's
watch me."
lit. I love good testimonies. Okay, cool beans, cool beans. And I'm glad you was able to share that and able to make that happen. Yes, we applaud that. Right, KJ? That's right. That's right. We applaud that. That's amazing. And, and for anybody out here doing Uber, Lyft, Postmates, Uber Eats or whoever, because I used to be an Uber driver for 4 years. And that got old, so I did the same thing. So here we are. Then COVID hit, and yeah, here we are. So yes, everybody got a story, everybody got a testimony, guys. So Anybody else want to say anything, or we just about to go ahead and get started? So we are going on. It is coming in. I love y'all supporting me. Oh my God. Okay. So we're taking notes, y'all, for about 20 minutes on stock selection first. And Nettie mentioned the Greeks. So we'll go over that and then we'll do the giveaway. So
Hey, New, before you
yeah,
go on, I just wanted to bring up since she was talking about price range,
yeah.
some of the larger stocks that we trade, they also have leveraged
Mm-hmm.
indexes that you can trade, they move along with, and even at a faster rate of increase than the share or the stock itself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they are a bit riskier. You lose money as fast as you make money if you're not
Mm,
careful, and they're rebalanced every day.
mm,
So if you are a day trader, that is something that you can tap into, or just kind of keep that in your mind if you feel like you are going to dibble a little bit with day trading.
mm-hmm.
Those are some options because they move along with those stocks. So Tesla has one as TSLL that you can look at like in your spare time and kind of compare those charts and see how they line up. And when you are comfortable doing a day trade situation,
Mm-hmm.
then that is one that you can use because it's around I haven't let me actually right now it is at $14.75 and it's a 2x
Okay, which one?
TSLL. It's
Oh, TSL.
Tesla.
So it's
Yeah,
like a cheaper version of the actual stock itself.
absolutely. But since it's leveraged, it is a little bit more risky if you are uncertain about what you're doing.
Oh, I
It is
see.
it's good for the day,
Oh, okay. And that's it.
and that's it.
Okay. So you wouldn't like hold it overnight type vibe.
I have,
Okay.
but it's not advisable. Like they have a whole and I didn't lose off of those. So you
Yeah.
can do it, but you have to know that it is a huge risk to do that. And so this particular one is Bull 2X.
Oh,
So if it starts to decrease, then you're decreasing double the pace.
ooh. Okay. Okay. So you got maybe paper trade that first.
For sure. It's not something that you get in just, thinking you're gonna kind of wing it and figure it figure it
Nah.
out.
You like, nah. And then do you have a place to where people can find it?
So I don't have a list of those, but if you look up any they're by I guess maybe Direction Daily.
Okay.
Yeah, so Direction.com. Let me just put it in the chat.
I was
So
going to say that, yeah, put it in the chat, so that way everyone has access to it because I don't know how many people knew that or needed to want to explore that. That'll be like super cool. Something, because as traders, you always want to be innovative and explore other things. Because one thing I learned about trading is like you're never going to stop learning.
yeah, and
It's
that way you can trade that stock
mm-hmm.
without paying that price.
Okay. Boom. And Charles Schwab, what'd you say?
Another way you can pull it up too is just type in bull 2x and it'll pop up a whole list.
Bull Bull.
No, bull 2 and X. The
Oh,
letter
Bull
X.
2 and X. Okay, Bull 2 and X. Okay, let's see. Boom. And you said a whole list will pop up. Leverage
Yep.
each. Okay. Yep.
They
And
have they
Because
have
you'll see
a bunch of
Tesla,
different
Google,
varieties.
Amazon, Palantir, Apple, and then you have a gold miners.
gold miner. Yeah, gold is expensive, but okay, for sure. All right, that's good info. Yeah, they put the I see she put the link in the chat, y'all. So if anyone is interested in that, thank you, Nettie, for that.
No problem.
Boom. All right. So anyone else? Hearts and minds are clear. That was great information. So anybody just tap on the link in the chat and welcome because we about to get started. So about 20 minutes, y'all. 20 minutes. I'm setting the timer because I don't want to talk more than that. And we're gonna do the giveaways. Oh, And the giveaway for the new people, you just guess a number from 1 to 20, whatever I'm thinking of at the time. I don't know. And we gonna get to it. We always have 3 amazing winners each time. And I tapped in people from the last chat that won, and they said they so appreciative. They couldn't stop thanking me enough. So yeah, it's some dope prizes. All right. So guys, this is what we're doing. So well, I'm gonna share my screen in a minute. All right, so right now we just gonna write. So y'all can all see me. We just writing and vibing right now, just like last class. So I love teaching, by the way. I love blessing people. So all right, so the first thing is for your stock selection, and this is just great information. So here we are. So option liquidity. That's what you write down. And people are coming on in. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Thank you guys for supporting me. And by the way, this call is also being recorded. So anybody want the copy, you just hit me on Telegram at MuLegend and the number 3. I got on the Eagles jersey. Bird gang all day. All right. So option liquidity. Liquidity. Lord help me. So option liquidity is mandatory for us option traders because when selecting options chain, you know, when you're trying to figure out what should I put on my list, you need to be concerned about the following. So here we go. Number 1 is the bid price. Number 2, the ask price. If I'm going too fast, say, whoa, 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 move. Hold up, shout it. Number 3, volume. And volume correlates with the spread. So if you didn't know that volume coordinates with the spread, then you have to know that the spread is the difference between the bid and the ask price. So I'm gonna repeat it again. So number 1 is bid price, 2 is ask price, 3 is volume, which correlates with the spread. Okay, and the spread, what the heck is the spread? The difference between the bid and ask price. So we might buy the ask and sell the bid. That's always like the plan and the goal. If you haven't paid attention to that, you should start paying attention to that on your options plays. Well, and your buy and holds too, but I'm more still talking about options. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Because ideally, you don't want to see no more. You can write this down. Than 10, like no more than a 10% spread on your options. 10%. So how do you know what the heck, how to calculate that? You just got to do some calculation. Yep. Yep. Really 5%, but 10% is like the max of the total premium of options pricing is the biggest that you want to see. So anything other than that is a lot because the difference between the bid and the ask, you just want that to be 10%. So that's that. That's number 1 through 3. Hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. 4 is volatility. Right?
Hey, real quick, do
Go
you say
ahead.
10% of the ask or 10% of the bid?
No, 10% is just the difference between the two.
Right.
Right. So
So,
if
I'm taking 10% of, that's where you lost now. 10% of what is like just the spread itself? The
yes,
difference? Okay.
yes,
All
the
right.
difference. That's what you're so when you're looking at your ask price. So if your ask price, let's just say is $2, and your bid price is let's just say $1, right? So you don't want them to be more than 10% from between each other. Like that's a dollar. That's more than 10%. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
Right. So you want it to be like small. I'm saying when you're picking your options, you just like want to eyeball, like you're looking at, like, to look at it to make sure that you're picking one that's fair to your pockets and to your budget, because a lot of people don't look at that, your bid and your ask price. They're not looking like, oh, let me do this quick calculation, because you're just trying to hurry up and get in the trade. And I get it, because I'm guilty. I've done it plenty of times until I got this information. And then I was like, okay, let me start taking my time, because your pockets will definitely appreciate you, and you will as well.
I follow. I
You see
follow
what
you.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if y'all not paying attention to the difference between the bid and the ask, start paying attention, because you don't want it to be more than 10. If it is, go to the next one until you find one that is. I mean, if you want to do 20%, I mean, it's your pockets, it's your budget. You can do whatever you want. But I'm just passing on the information that my mentor, who's a successful millionaire, has given to me, which is what I'm giving to y'all. Okay. You clear on that, my man? You good?
Yeah. I got you. Appreciate
Okay.
it.
All right. No worries. No worries. Is any question that someone has, somebody else probably asked, but they scared to ask. You know how people are. But y'all, it's just us here. Don't be scared to ask questions. And I don't mind if you interrupt. It's okay. I've said that. You don't got to raise your hand. I appreciate that, but we're trying to get through it. Number 4 is volatility. And that does vary from stock to stock, but stay away from stocks that have earnings that day, or that week, as far as putting them on your watch list, because the next day after earnings, cool, but like if it's a Thursday or a Friday, I wouldn't even bother looking at them, because yeah, you want to give it time, because you don't know what the people gonna do for
Somebody
the
said, "Can you repeat the percentage stuff again?"
so, yeah, I'm not reading the chat, so yeah, thank you. Somebody said what now? Let me
Can you
hear.
repeat the first part about the percentages stuff?
Okay, about the first part. On number 3, on the volume. Okay. Um, correlates, the volume correlates with the spread, and the spread is the difference between the bid and the ask prices. So we buy the ask and we sell the bid. So the percent part, I just wanted to say that part again. You don't want to see no more than 10%. Really 5, but but 10 is like the max that I would look for.
Moo,
Um,
can you repeat? Did you say you're buying the ask
yeah.
and selling the bid?
Mm-hmm. A writer ask and sell the bid. But just make sure if you want to buy the bid and do the ask. I mean, because when you're trading, I'm just in particular to day trading, because day trading, you're not trying to sit around and wait. I mean, if that's what you want to do, cool. I'm just telling you about the percentage of what I do and what I was told and what has been working. Because when I was just randomly picking options, not randomly, but like you didn't know a lot and you just trying to hurry up and get into the trade, like, and then you go back and your broker gives you the breakdown of everything that happened, a percentage and everything like that. And then you go back and look, and sometimes it's some wide spreads. It's way more than, sometimes it's like $1, it's $2, like, and then you in it and you're not doing it and you're not paying attention, but you're like low key getting robbed though. So if you keep it to a minimum, just like a stop loss, to help you with not getting robbed by the brokers, then you start paying attention to the difference in the spread, which I said is like 10%. But if you want to do more than 10%, it's your money. I'm just telling you, you
No,
got
for sure. I was just trying to make sure that it was pretty clear on what you were saying
no
as
worries.
far as purchasing and selling that contract.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I hope is it clear for everyone? I just want to make sure before we move on. I was on volatility. Um, yeah, I was talking about earnings. So also write this down. The higher the IV, which is implied volatility, the higher the premium. So the higher the implied volatility, the more you're gonna pay, the higher the premium, basically. Is what I was saying. So number 5, how many is it? Oh, it's just 6. Okay. Number 5, catalyst. The catalyst. So, what the heck is the catalyst, man? Catalyst has to do with the hold on. Okay. So, news or earnings, catalyst basically is the reason why things can be good or why things might be bad. Like if Trump's talking and then people start selling stuff, they scared. Or if Jerome Powell's talking and people start selling stuff, then the fear and greed index moves and all of that kind of stuff. So the catalyst is number 5. That is important. So we must pay attention to the news. Everyone knows that that's listening to me. You guys all know that. Right, exactly. um, it's a driving factor. The catalyst is the driving factor behind the move, more politically correct. So what pushed the market to be in fear or what pushed the market to be in greed? Whatever that is, that's what the catalyst is, or what events may have taken place. In order for people to feel pressure to buy or sell their positions in their stocks. So I look at econoday.com every day for my news and Bloomsburg. So I always be looking for stuff. And Econo Day has a great calendar on there. And sometimes I post it in the chat, like FOMC, the CPI, PPI, things like that. I know if they have like a red star next to it, that means pay attention to it. So econoday.com, I read that every morning. Yeah, that is that. Okay, number 6, the last one on that one is relative strength or weakness. And again, we're just recapping on how do you pick stocks for your watch list. That's number 6, relative strength and weakness. So you look for stocks that are outperforming and underperforming the broader market. So look for stocks that are outperforming and underperforming. Now, how the hell do you know that? I'm about to show you. I'm gonna share my screen. Hey, how do you know who's performing and underperforming? So I'm gonna show y'all on the what is this called?
Are you speaking of overvalued and undervalued? Is what you're saying?
Yes, sir. It's
All right.
more politically correct. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. That makes sense. Okay, give me a second here. I am getting this other stuff off and letting people in. So, pardon the delay, y'all. It's oh snap. Okay. Okay. John, hey. All right, I'm just letting people in, y'all, because I don't want nobody to feel like, I'm not saying. All right. So, share. Uh, wait a minute. Am I doing? Y'all can see that heat map or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can see it.
Okay, bet. So, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So, oh yeah, I was making sure everybody was muting their phone. Yes, please mute, 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 mute. Okay, sorry. All right. All right, let me go back to the heat map. The heat map. All right. Oh man, hold on. See, I get distracted. Okay, here we go. All right. Well, what? Oh, okay. Everybody can see my screen, right? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah, we can see it.
All right, bet. All right. So,
Yeah, you good. You good.
all right, for sure. Just wanted to let me go off for a second. Share that really quick. All right, so underperforming and outperforming. So let's say, I mean, you can clearly see who had a bad day, who had a good day, you know. So you come here and see who had a good day, who had a bad day. Now, obviously, the people in green did really good, and that doesn't necessarily mean they had a lot of volume. That just means that they had a good day, because volume actually does matter when it comes to selecting stocks. That's why I said it. So relative strength and relative weakness, and then you come over here. Oh, and then you can change this. You know, you want to look at a month out, you know, the color's going to change. You know, you look at 3 months out, color's going to change. You know, boom. And you can do 6 months, color's going to change. And you do a year. You know, so depending on you day trade or you swings or you doing leaps, whatever, this is a very good way to try to decipher who's doing what. Now, see, Tesla killing it, you know, on a year out, but like on the day trading side, they ain't doing too good. So look at UNH. Saying that's the one a lot of people hopped in today. And Trash said he made 12K off that mug today. So anybody who's in UNH today, salute. Because that thing was printing today. So you see the numbers here and the percentages here are much more valid when you come to the longer, you know, a year out, you know, just zoom out. So this is the year performance. I mean, you look at Meta, TMS, Walmart, what's this, Book and Holding. So basically, whoever's in green, you know, they're performing well overall. And you also can go to Google Finance, you know, you got Yahoo Finance and things like that. That, you know, if you want to see, but the heat map is bomb, you know, because I do come and I check the 1 year, I check the 6 months, 3 months, you know, depending on, especially when I'm putting in option plays like swings, or if I'm want to do leaps, you definitely want to come here to see who's underperforming, who's overperforming, you know, that things of that nature. Okay, so that is that. Let me go to the Greeks. This is what Nettie said she wanted to go over. So I'm gonna just leave that up on the screen and you can just listen to me right quick. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Greeks, right? So the first one is the delta. That's the main one. And you took trap class, you already know about the Greeks. But for those who don't know, yeah, on your option plays, swings, leaps, day trading, this definitely matters. So the delta measures sensitivity. So basically, how much the option price changes for $1 change in the underlying asset. So basically, is measuring it's how much the option price changes for $1. So a range would be like 0 to 1 for calls. And then a range would be for puts 0 to -1. So anybody, you notice, whoever your broker is, all of the Greeks are the same. So if you have, oh, sorry, my phone. 0 to is always positive for call options, and the delta is going to be negative for put options. That's just how it is. So it just basically measures the price sensitivity and how much the option price changes for $1. That's how that is. So a call, here's an example. So a call, if you're making a buy, a call with a delta of 0.60. So a call with a delta of 0.60 will increase 60 cents if the stock goes up $1. So I'll say it again. So a call with a delta of 0.60 is going to increase 60 cents if the stock rises $1. So every dollar that the stock rises is going to increase 60 cents. So if it rises $20, that'll be 20 times 0.6. And so you can do the math. That's what that measures. All right. So next we have the gamma on your option, please. So the gamma measures the rate of change of the delta. So the gamma is like a partner to the delta, like a husband and wife, like a combo deal type thing, burgers and fries, So it measures the rate of change of the delta. So basically, how much the delta changes with a dollar move in the underlying. So key use, I'm gonna say that again. So it measures the rate of change of the delta, right? So that's basically how much the delta change with a dollar move in the underlying. So the key use helps understand how stable or volatile the delta is. So is the delta moving fast? Is it moving slow? Is it moving steady? So that's what the gamma helps the delta display and help you figure out. Like that's what the delta is helping you see in real time on your option. So basically the higher the gamma, so if it's a high number, the larger / faster the delta changes. So if it's a 30, it's going to be moving faster. If it's a 2, it's not going to change that much. So that's how you can understand that. So, and it's important that it's near the money. So write that down. So that's how the gamma works as the partner of the delta. It helps measures the rate change of the delta and help you understand how stable or volatile the delta is. And then you have the delta, which measures the price sensitivity. All right.
Excuse me, Moo, real quick.
Uh-huh.
Are you, as you're talking, do you mean to have the FinViz page up, or are you showing something else?
No. Okay, I can take
Okay.
it up. My
Okay.
bad. Yeah, you don't have to look at that. Yeah, no, I was just showing y'all about the whatever I was talking about last time. I don't want to get in focus here. Okay, next one, we got 3 more. The theta. And again, these are all cool things to look at. So the theta is time decay. So just reiterating for the new people who don't know what the theta is on your option contracts, this is what it is. It's time decay. So how much value the option loses each day as your expiration date approaches. So just think of like if you had your car in the impound, they charging you $100 a day until you come get it. So that's time decay. That's like a cool analogy that I can think of that best describe that one. So it's how much value the option loses each day as expiration approaches. So it's typically negative for long options because you can lose more value over time. So for instance, if a theta of negative 0.05 that means that the option will lose 5 cents a day, 0.05 cents a day. So whatever your theta is most likely a negative number. That's how much you're going to be charged each day for holding that option. That's your rent. So you can look at theta like your rent for holding that option. So that's the best way to describe that. Hope that makes sense. Theta is rent. Remember that. Okay. Then you have the Vega. VEGA. We got the Vega. Like okay. So it measures sensitivity to implied volatility. It measures sensitivity to implied volatility. So basically, it is coming in. I love y'all, by the way. How much the option price changes with a 1% change in implied volatility, IV. So I'll say that again. Sensitivity to implied volatility, right? Got that part. Then it's how much the option price changes with a 1% change in IV, implied volatility. Okay, so here's an example. A Vega of 0.10, so 0.10 means that the option gains / loses 10 cents, gains / loses 10 cents for each 1%, of the IV change. And I'm gonna say it again because I know it sounds like, what the hell he say? Got it, right. So an example of Vega. So 0.10, when you see 0.10, or if you see 0.10 on your option play, that means that the option gains / loses 10 cents for each 1% that the IV change. And that is Vega. No, that's not me. I don't know who that is. Let's see. Let's see.
Excuse me, are you showing something?
No, that's not me. Mine is on no video. That was somebody that who didn't put their the video on. I don't know who that is. I know everybody like, what is that? That's not me. No, I wasn't showing anything. No.
Hey, Moo, before you go on,
Yeah.
as a small note, whenever you guys hear people talking about Four Crush, they're talking about Vega.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. See? Boom. Forgot about that. Say that again for the people in the back, Nettie.
Anytime you hear people referring to Four Crush, they're speaking about the effects of Vega.
Sega. Like Sega. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. That's that. Okay. So thank you, Nettie, for that. So last one, y'all, and we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up. All right, so we got the row, RHO. RHO. All right. So the row measures sensitivity to interest rate changes. Whoa. For interest rate changes. Answer in the chat, Nettie, because I can't do it. Interest rate changes. So it's less relevant in short term or low rate environments. It's less relevant in short term or low rate environments. Okay, so just a quick recap of the watch list for those who chimed in late. Just going over like I said, anybody who chimed in late, you want this recording, you definitely can get it. I'm recording this, so you can get it and hit me up on the Telegram, MuLegend 3. Eagle Jersey, I got you. I'll forward it over like I always do. And so yeah, we basically just for the people who just came in, went over the components of what you should look for on a watch list. And that is, I'm just gonna go over them quickly. The bid price you should look at, the ask price you should look at, volume you should look at, and how that correlates with the spread. And the spread is the difference between the bid and the ask price. And then we got number 4 is volatility. And I got number 5 is the catalyst. You know, what events might be happening to make people jump out, make people scared or buy. And then the last one, number 6 is relative strength or relative weakness, outperforming or underperforming. That is that. So that is that. So now, anybody got any questions on anything that we went over? Because I told you I didn't want to keep you guys too long. Hopefully everybody learned something because we're going to do our giveaways. Questions, comments, criticism, concerns, if, ands, or buts.
I have a question,
Sure.
but it's not necessarily on what you went over. And I think what you went over may help me figure out the answer to my question, but I don't know how to put it together.
Okay.
But when I'm looking at options or puts and I'm comparing one to the other, how do I figure out which would be the better to go with?
Okay. Now, when you say in comparison, Mauricio, hold on one second. In comparison to options and puts, or what specifically?
So if I'm looking at two different options,
Right.
not from the same company, but from two different companies,
Mm-hmm.
how do I decide? And of course, they're not the same price or what have you. How do I decide what may be, because there's no guarantee, but what is a high probability of what's the better to get into?
Well,
I hope
first,
I'm wording that right.
yeah. Okay, you talking about as far as visually, once you like found your strategy to how you even getting in the option,
Right,
you talk about literally the option itself.
right. So if like I'm comparing like I don't know, like Amazon to like a Nvidia. Not as far as same type of company what they do, but okay, they both have an option. I have the money to get into it. They both look good. I've put all my information in play. But how can I help? What can I use to help me determine I'll enter this play instead of the
Versus
other
that
play?
one. Okay, right. Hey, yep. Okay, so basically, how do you determine? Well, first of all, you have to know your position size, right? How much are you going in to spend? Because you have to be okay with being a good loser before you can know that you become a consistently profitable trader. So you have to figure out what your budget. So let's say if your budget is $200 for one contract, which you know is really 100, but for one contract. So if your budget is $200, you would of course look for something within your budget. Now, out of that $200, you have to figure out, okay, how much of the $200 am I okay with losing? Because you have to factor that into as well. So really, so if you say, okay, I want to do 20%, right? So you okay with losing $40. So that's where you had to set your stop loss for, 20%. And then, you're hoping that it will go up or down, depending on if you're doing a call or put. So to answer your question, it really depends on your budget, because you don't want to over leverage, and you don't want to underdo it, and you don't want to overdo it. So wherever your position size is from out of your overall budget, you have to look at that first and be okay with losing a certain amount first. You have to put all of that in. And once you have all that information, then you start looking at, okay, I'm really trying to look for something like 150 on my call. So something in that type of neighborhood. And you look at the delta, you look at the interest, you look at the bid, you look at the ask, you look at implied volatility, what's the profitability of it winning. So it's different factors. It's not just like one particular answer, but where I would start is to knowing what your position size is. I would definitely, because your budget is going to help you pick, okay, am I in the money, or I'm deep in the money, or at the money, or deep in the money? Because, that depends too. And what I found out, like, the ones that be smacking is deep in the money. Like, if your delta is like a 0.7 or higher, it's you getting a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? If your delta is more like a 2 or 3, when it's just at the money, like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you try to really get that bag, you gotta spend to get. Or if you just try to just get a couple dollars right quick, 100, 200, then cool. Yeah, then your delta gonna be small. But if you really trying to get that bag, you're gonna have to spend. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta figure out what your budget is, and then what's your position size of that budget for whatever contract that you're looking at. So it's a lot of factors that really depend on what you want to look at. Does that make sense?
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think that really answers my question.
Hey, Mew, this is Talisha. Can I add a perspective?
Sure, go ahead, please.
I think the option, like everything that Moo said, the option contract, one isn't necessarily better than the other. The determination on which one you get is going to be based on the underlying company.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
what I meant to say. Is how do I determine what is better
so that's
than
where
the other?
your
Thank
fundamental
you.
analysis is going to come into play, right? So you want to look at a couple of things, the fundamentals and the technicals. If you know technicals, trap relies heavily on fundamentals, and that's going to get you far. But where technicals come in is if you have two companies that are really strong, the technicals can then show you which company has a better entry. And that's going to be what's going to help you get a better return quicker if that goes in the direction that you're planning for it. But when you're comparing two option contracts, two different companies, it's kind of like apples to oranges, because the companies move so different. So you want to make sure you're looking at the underlying company, the fundamentals on those. And then if you have the skill, or if you can leverage the Patreon and people like Mew to add the technical piece, then you can get your real entry, and that's how you can have a better return at a more accurate rate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you to both of you, because I was saying it wrong. I was wording it
Well,
wrong.
see, I
You.
was
No,
answering
it
it
wasn't
how
you.
you said
It
it.
wasn't you.
Okay, because when you said they ain't answer my question, I'm like, well,
Yeah,
damn,
and I
what
didn't mean it to
did?
come off as rude, but I was wording it wrong. So thank you. Thank you to both of you.
No worries. So yes, and Talisha is 1,000% right. Like, Trap is definitely heavily on the fundamentals. He's getting more so into the technicals now, but like reading the chart, yeah, that's a whole nother beast in itself, because like I said before, once you learn how to do the funnel, like, it's great, because once I took Trap's class, I took both of them, the stock market, because I didn't know nothing about the stock market, class, and the master option class, like, everything clicked for me, because I already was like a technical geek. Right. And then once I took his class, I'm like, oh, everything just makes so much sense. So I said all that to say, like, once you have both aspects of fundamental analysis and technical analysis, like, trust me, you are unstoppable. Like, because your brain just looks at stuff different, it functions differently, and then you will never look at stuff how you looked at it before because now you have like a whole new set of eyes that you train. And that's what helped me once I became a good technical analysis person that I am. So reading the charts, because you were talking more so about entries and how do I know this and setups and stuff like that. That's more technical because I thought you were talking about the option itself. That's what I had asked, and you was like, "Yeah," but then okay, we established that you asked it wrong. So okay, cool. So said all that to say, before we give away these lovely um uh giveaways, hopefully Tanisha and I answered your question. Did anyone else have any questions on anything?
I got a question.
Hey, Virgil.
Hey, what's going on? I got a question.
Sure thing.
So, can you speak on, like on a 0 day contract or any contract where you buy the option and then it moves away from your strike price, then it comes
Mhm.
back to your strike price and you're still in the red. Like, you ever have it where you buy something to be, slightly green, then it'll move down and it'll come back to where it was, but
Mhm.
it's still like, what's the mechanics behind that? Like as far as the Greeks, what's happening there? Like especially on a 0 day contract, I've had contracts where I bought them and it was green to go out and come back to the same level, and now it's red. I know theta's decaying, but sometimes it's not even that long, maybe 15 or 20 minutes. Am I just seeing something wrong, or is that a thing?
You said so you bought a contract and you're in the red and is it
Well,
near
you
your
well you start off like you start off even, right? You know what I'm
right?
saying? And then it'll maybe dip for a little
Mm-hmm.
while, and then it'll come back to the exact same. The price of the underlying will come back to the exact same level, but your contract will still be maybe 5 or 10% red. It won't. You almost have to go above. I don't know if I was explaining it right.
You went low.
So
You
yeah, say like you buy a contract. It's
uh-huh.
at 10. It's $10.
Okay.
The stock is at $10. The strike's at $10. Everything's at $10, and it goes down to 9.
Mm-hmm.
Then it comes back up to 10,
Mm-hmm.
but your option is still down. The
Mm.
option. You ever had this happen?
Oh yeah. So it's a lot of factors that goes into that because it could do with volume. It could be the implied
Oh,
volatility.
that's what I was getting at. Could be implied volatility or something
Yeah.
going on.
Because it's not you, because you did your part of
Virgil,
what
you said you're
you
doing zero DTE on that, right?
Yeah, I've seen it on zero DTE. Now I don't know if it happens anywhere else either, but I've specifically seen it on 0 day contracts.
when you trade. Oh, because you're on spy, right? That's what you like.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
That's your baby. Yeah, because sometimes you go in the red, but on those zero DTEs, are you doing it like in the morning, or are you like afternoon, or like what time are you
Well,
doing?
late afternoon. Sometimes I guess that's probably what happens most. I don't do them in
Mm.
the morning. Yeah, so probably the theta just rolling off really fast.
Yeah, because I noticed like in the morning time, like I don't trade before 9:45. So anytime between like 9:45 and 11, those are good contracts most of the time. I can't say every day because that would be a complete lie. But like if you're doing the contracts between 9:45 and 11, they seem to go more in your favor, because I forgot Trap said like them bots take over at some time. I can't remember. I think it's after 12 or 1 o'clock or something like that. But like it's like when humans are at the desk and stuff like that, the contracts seem to be a lot better the earlier that you do them because once the time starts getting later, then it's just like it's a lot of consolidation going on in the market. The volatility could be up and down.
Yeah, it's
It's
probably
just
just volatility changing and things like that.
yeah,
It's nothing to do specifically with the mechanics of the way
yeah,
a contract works, where,
yeah.
just okay. All right.
Yeah,
That's all the
it could
question I
it could just be other factors. Like it's not you, or it could be
got.
Trump. Who knows?
All right.
Hey, Moo, can I chime in real quick?
Oh, go ahead, please.
So, Virgil, yeah, I be doing those zero DTE too, man. And what happens is you can't sit in them things, man. You got to get up out of them. because what happens is you will get in them, and then the stock will start consolidating. And when it start consolidating, all it's doing is eating up your theta. It's just time
Mhm.
decay. It ain't made a move yet. And when that's happening, the profit that you're making is just going down. The price of your contract is just going down. So they just be killing it when they just consolidating like that. They just killing your contract. So what happens is it'll have to make a big move,
You have to
for you to
catch up.
get you have to catch up or to make your money back. So with them zero DTEs, man, if it don't make the move that I wanted to make, I just go on and get up out of it. Go on and
Yeah,
get up out of it and wait for your move to come back because it's basically just be burning your contract. That's all it's doing, just burning your contract.
hmm
So
That's
that's
what I
just what
said.
I experienced. So I usually, if it don't go the way I want it to go, I just get up out of it, man.
I haven't been doing them lately. I kind of got off of that, but when I was doing them, that's what was happening. It would dip down or consolidate, then you run out of time, and that was it. So
Yeah, but they good if they go your way
yeah,
though, because they got a high delta. They have like a point 0.8, point 0.9 delta. If they go your way, but they need to move when you need them to move, or else they just gonna burn your contract if you sit in them.
yeah, yeah. All
You
right.
have to make sure that you have a great entry. And if you can
Mm-hmm.
reconsider that picture that I've posted recently about like whenever you have a longer contract as well, you remember that graphic that tells you how much you have to come back from a drawback?
Mm-hmm.
You're experiencing all of that in one day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're
So
really right. Yeah.
when it starts to go backward on you, then it takes just in that same fashion, it takes a lot more, like Davion said, to get you to a place of profit.
Yeah.
But just consider it like your longer, your swings, your leaps, all of that it would take on a drawback, you're experiencing in a much shorter time. So it happens faster.
Yeah.
There
All
she
right.
is. There it is. And
Yeah.
another thing too, is my mentor instructed me like mainly do zero DTEs on Thursdays and Fridays, and do like at the money or out the money Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday between $2 and $2.50.
Okay. I'll write that down. What's the Thursday and Friday? Just because it's close to the weekend and that
Yeah,
some.
it's I guess less people. I don't know the real reason, but I just wrote it
Mm-hmm.
down too, and I've noticed that is a difference. I said okay, so and I'll say it again. Thursday and Fridays, zero DTEs, and then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at the money or out the money between $2 and $2.50.
Okay.
Let's try that and see if it.
Yeah. I ain't doing that right now, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm
That's
just
fine.
saying that
Yeah.
way
I
he
will.
said that. No, he's talking about us,
Yeah. I'm just
moving up.
curious to know. I'm just asking questions because I
Hey,
see
Mew,
them.
you mind about
Okay.
you mind about
I
throwing
will
something
do
out there
that.
as well?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
So yeah, so I just started day trading, and so I'm still learning as I go. But one thing that somebody told me that was more experienced when it comes to zero DTE
Mm-hmm.
is keep in mind that individual stocks, they don't. So let's say like an Amazon or a Nvidia or UNH, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have zero DTE. Those are weekly
Right.
Mm-hmm.
options. Whereas if you're doing SPY, if you're doing QQQ, whatever, those you can actually do zero DTE.
Right.
So that might be part of what maybe you're experiencing or whatnot. But that was something that I didn't know that going into it, and it wasn't until it was pointed out to me that because I was thinking, oh, I can just do a zero DTE
Oh yeah.
on the video.
Depending on
And then
ETF.
once I actually went in there and looked at it, it's like, no, this is a week. If it's a Monday, it's a week contract. It's not a zero DTE. So that may or may not help you out. If you want to do zero DTE, you might be looking more at the SPY, the Qs, and so forth, as opposed to individual stocks.
Absolutely. Them ETFs, they pop. They pop. Um, Anybody else got any questions?
I could
I
ask
do. I was
zero.
holding have my hand up.
Oh, sorry. I told you to
Honestly,
just come on in, girl.
it's real. I'm gonna be real quick, and if it's gonna take you a minute to answer, then I'll just wait till the next one. My question was, I've seen people coming in the Patreon and say like, "Hey, I was looking at this, option, but it didn't have any volume." So my question was, what is the benchmark for having volume? I'll see volume, bars, and
Mhm.
I'm like, I see volume, but is it under 1 that's not enough, or under 0.5 is not enough? Like, what constitutes no volume?
You said low volume?
Right? What? Because you have the light on, right?
Wait a minute. See, wait, mute off. Hold on. Look. All right. So, anyway, when you said what constitutes low volume, is that because you is
Well,
sorry?
somebody will say like there's no volume, so they don't make a move on it. But I don't
Oh,
see bars. So like, what makes it no volume?
so
Yeah.
what in my mind when you said that what pops up on the actual contract, not necessarily because when you say no bars, then I'm thinking of the chart. So the volume on the chart, yeah, that's just telling you about the candles, but the volume on the actual option itself, that does
Oh, I
matter.
didn't think about that. Like the open interest or whatever. Oh, no, no, no. I mean, they do have a volume for the. Okay, I thought they were talking about the volume on the chart, and I'm like, I see movement, but they'll be like no volume. So maybe they're talking about the contract. I didn't think
Yeah,
about
yeah, they
that.
said that. I'm pretty sure that's when they said
Okay.
because like I know like because I mainly trade QQQ and man, this morning it had like 56,000, in there, and I knew when you see a lot of volume, that makes you like want to get in the trade too, just like the one when we was just looking at Finviz, that UNH, like the relative volume is strong on that, and just all the people is buku people that got inputs this morning with UNH, and that's why people was able to make money because the more people that's in it, the more you can also make money too. So they probably was talking about two different volumes, one on the chart, because that's where the bars are. And then the actual option, that's the actual amount of people that's in it right that minute when you're looking at it.
Yeah, I'm mad I wasted everybody's time on that because that makes sense. I'm sorry, y'all. I've just seen the bars moving. I'm like, this volume, but okay, I'm good. Thank you.
No, it's no worries. Listen, we all here to learn. You know what I'm saying? So, no one's going to judge you, girl. We all here to learn, man. We family. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I hope I
Can I
answered.
add something on the DTEs?
Sure, go ahead.
Um, Wait for London to close before y'all get in. That's where the volume come in at around 11:30. You can start looking at your contract, as far as price, but then around close to 11:30, you'll start seeing people getting in, or around that time, that's when London is closing, and
Mm.
then those traders is coming into the US market. So price will start moving. You know, back in the day, it used to be you could get in and out early in the morning. They don't caught up on that. So now they'll eat up your contract if you get in too early. So just wait for the first half an hour, see what the market is doing, which direction is it going,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can start looking at what contracts.
Boom. Appreciate that. Is it
You
Keaton?
said 11. You said 11:30. What
Yeah,
time is that?
yeah,
Eastern.
yeah, 11:30 Eastern.
Eastern. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I
All
don't
right.
know what
All right.
time
Right on.
everybody else is
That's
on, but yeah.
that's good. I like that. I didn't think about that. Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the Virgil like the spy as his baby. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay. Anybody else got any questions, comments, concerns, anything? Before we get to this giveaway, giveaway. No? Hearts and minds are clear? All right. So I just
I have
got
a question. I'm sorry,
go
I
ahead.
had to
Go
find
ahead.
my button.
Oh.
Um, thank you for doing this training too. So I just wanted to give you a shout out for that. I have a question
Mm-hmm.
about the volume as well. So a lot of times when you're hearing people live trading and live charting, and they're saying, oh, we see the volume, it's a lot of sellers coming in, a lot of buyers coming in. What indicator are they using to determine or see that buyers or sellers are coming in at that particular time?
Well, when you talking about on the chart, right?
Yes, on the chart.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
on the chart. So are you looking at the volume or do you use the volume indicator?
There's so many that I don't know which one to use. So a lot of times when I'm following somebody on YouTube, I hear them saying, "Hey, there are a lot of buyers coming in, a lot of sellers coming in." They say it at a certain point. So I'm just going off of what they're saying and not seeing what they
What
are
they're saying. You're
actually
not
seeing.
seeing what they're saying. Okay,
Right.
right. So for me, just off top, it will be the momentum candles, and where it is on the actual chart. Like the buys come in at the bottom, the sellers come in at the top. So if you're seeing like a lot of big, long, strong candles, then that's when like they know it's forceful. And then I don't know if you use the moving averages, but they'll move with the candles as well, along with the volume, because you're also the volume bars at the bottom, and it's just like a regular indicator that says volume. That's all it says on trading view. But you want to see rise in volume for a big move that's happening or about to happen. So that's what your eyes can look for. Those two things is momentum candles and then rise in volume. And then also if you're using moving averages, then the moving averages will be moving with the candles as well in the same direction. Hope that makes sense. Did it make sense?
Hey, Pooh, can I chime in real quick?
Okay, please.
So, I mean, that's right, and everything. But I noticed what she was talking about too, and I found out that it's something called like level 2 tape reading. It's like tape reading the charts where people can see when buyers are stepping in or when sellers are stepping in. It's like a more advanced analysis. So I don't see your name on here, but if I
Kenesha.
kind of yeah, Kanisha. So what happens is when you get a chance, just look up level 2 tape reading,
Okay.
like on YouTube or something like that, then see if your broker has it. It's a more advanced way to see, it's like volume, but it kind of tells when buyers and sellers are stepping in before the move happens. They'll put like orders in the queue and
Right.
things like that so they can see like, okay, these buyers are sitting in the queue ready to do this. So it gives you like a more of a preemptive tip off to what the next move may be. And then you can look at that queue. And if those orders disappear, you can kind of see that they was just pump faking,
Oh,
things like that.
okay.
So it's just a more advanced you know, indicator, just real time indicator. But it's something that you gotta see if your broker has, with it's just called level 2 tape reading.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, Move. Thank you, Move.
No doubt. Thank you for the insight. And just to be clear, the level 2 tape treating level 2 tape reading, that is an indicator, or you're saying that to look it up on YouTube?
So you just look it up on it's not an indicator.
Okay, because that's what you said.
It's
That's what
something
you
it's
said.
something that you gotta, it's something that you gotta have either subscribe to,
Uh,
or your broker has it. It's its own separate thing. And it just tells you, the activity of the buyers and the sellers, in real time. Like before that candle spikes
yeah, you pay for
up
it.
or down, you can
Yeah,
see the buyer stepping in or you can see the seller stepping in,
right. And it's definitely
and
not
kind of
free.
no, it's not free. It's not free, but your
Okay.
broker, some brokers have it. So,
Mm-hmm.
you can just check with your broker and see if they have the level 2 tape reading.
Okay. And definitely, yeah, dropping that knowledge, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up, because I have heard of level 2, but I definitely haven't checked it out. But I know it's not free, but it's definitely it's real on some Wall Street stuff, and you can really see stuff before it happened. But I was answering as far as the chart is concerned, the volume and the candles and stuff like that. But to dig even deeper, yeah, check out that level 2 tape. So if y'all didn't know about it, you can Google it or look it up on YouTube as well. Right, Davion? You can look it up on YouTube. Hello.
Yeah, just to get a general idea of
Yeah,
what it's
yeah.
about, and then just take it from there.
Okay. And then check out with your brokers, guys. That's what's up. Thank you, Davion, for that insight.
Yes, appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Did they help you out?
Yes, it did, because that's the exact terminology that they use, saying, hey, the buyers are stepping in, buyers are coming in. Hey,
Okay.
and so I was wondering, like, how are they able to determine it? So, okay. But that helps a lot. Thank you.
All right, no doubt. We here to help. See, we are family. Okay. Word. Okay. Anybody else got any questions, comments, concerns, anything? No? Yes, maybe so. Okay. So real quick, we are going to go on to our giveaway. So everybody type a number in the chat. Between 1 and 20. I'm about to write my numbers down. Boom. I got it. And while I'm doing that, while you guys are doing that, gotta plug my class. Anybody want to learn these technicals? You can screenshot this, take a picture, write it down, and we're gonna rock with that. It's a 6-week course. It'll change your life forever. And a couple of my mentees are on here and have taken my class, and I'm sure their bag is bigger than it was before. We are looking in the chat. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Okay. So, hold on a sec. Y'all coming in with these numbers. I love it. It got 80 messages. All right, guys. Boom. We lit. We lit. We lit. We lit. All right. Hold on. We got it. Okay, so first, let me say first. First, we're going to do I'm gonna do the software first. The $3,000 software. That's the master indicator. You know, boom. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold up. Okay. We're gonna do the master indicator. 1 second. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. Hold on. We're gonna get back to the Chizat. All right. All right, so now I can see. All right. Boom. Okay. First. No doubt, no doubt. There's a lot of messages, y'all. So I'm going through. Okay, here go the numbers. The numbers are starting. Okay. First number. Let me look. Okay. All right, I'm going down. Looking for the first number. Okay, Rashid, you got it. Is Rashid here or no? Rashid Tyler. Rashid here? Because if Rashid not here, we're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, I'm
Rashid.
here.
Oh, hey Rashid.
How you doing? I appreciate that.
Rashid gets number 20. So that is awesome. So Rashid, hit me up on Telegram,
Okay.
MuLegend 3. And I'll send you the link to your gift. You got the let me write it down. The software, the master indicator.
Okay.
All right, don't forget to hit me up.
I will.
Yeah, all right, back. Congrats on that. That is amazing. And this, remember, you gotta have Think or Swim on there. I
Yeah, I
mean,
got swim.
yeah. Oh, you got it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. That's what's up. Everybody who went there had Think or Swim. It wasn't nobody saying, no, I ain't got it. All right, y'all. Let's put some more. So cross number 20 off y'all list. We're gonna go down to the next one. So the next one, I'm gonna do the stock market Bible. So the next number, so cross number 20 off y'all list. And we rocking and rolling. Wait, what number am I looking for? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna look until I see the number. All right. Congrats to Rashid. And I see it. Wait, who is this? Wait a minute. I gotta go back. Lisa P. Where Lisa P at? Lisa. Lisa. Lisa P went night night. Lisa P. Lisa left us. All
She
right.
says she's there.
She here? Okay.
Yeah, she says, I'm here.
Oh, where is it? Okay, so I'm way up in the chat. Yeah, so my bad. I didn't see that. Okay, she's here. So Lisa, okay, cool. Thank you for saying that. Jelly, because I ain't down there in the chat to read that. So thank you. So Lisa, hit me up. See now I gotta go down and come back. It's 94. Okay. MuLegend 3 on Telegram. I'll send you the link to the stock market Bible. Lisa P. I got you. Boom. Sorry. Thank you for saying it because I can't read the chat because I'm, multitasking here. But thanks for helping me out. See, that's what I'm saying. Be family. Be family. All right. That is Rashid and that is Lisa. So next one is the last but not least. Let's see here. All right. Going down the chat. Put it in, y'all. Put it in. So the cross number 12. Number 4 and 20 off. All right. Put 28. Shakola girl, why you put 20? Okay, she funny. Shakola said 1 through 20. I ain't mad at you, sis. She said, bump, I'm gonna get this. Okay, okay. I'm mosey on down the road, y'all. I'm looking for the number. Hold on. Who got the number? Malika. Is Malika here? Where's Malika?
I'm here.
Okay, hey Malika.
How you doing, Moo?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, congrats, Malika. So we got Rashid, Lisa P, and Malika. So make sure you hit me up, Malika, on the Telegram, MuLegend 3, and I got you on. You won the super charts.
All right.
All right,
I'm
so
excited.
you should be. You should be. You got all the dope levels on there. Those are some. And last thing, when I want to ask everybody for y'all role, the next Zoom, what topics y'all want to see discussed? I need some feedback. Y'all give me some ideas. Just throw out something. Just say something, and then we out. All hearts and minds clear. Y'all know what y'all want more of? Come on, guys. What are we doing here? Nobody don't know nothing? Okay, well, I'll decide.
Yeah, I agree. Entries, exits.
I was gonna say entries, please.
Okay, entry, exit.
Debit spreads.
Okay, entries, exits, and what else?
Hi, debit spreads.
Debit spread. Okay.
A possible setup of the your actual chart, like maybe on a daily, that
Okay.
will help you execute the best entry.
Period. Okay.
What about fair value? The fair value.
Fair value? Fair value gaps or just fair value?
Whatever. Which one? fair value gaps. Both.
Okay. Fair
Definitely
value.
do fair value gaps.
Okay, yeah, fair value gap. Yeah, I rock with them. They yeah. Them fair value gaps is lit. Okay. All right, we got entries, exits, debit spreads, set up the charts, and fair value / fair value gaps. That sound about cool? Word. All right. So probably tap in maybe next Thursday. I'll do a Zoom. I'll let y'all know Monday in the Patreon. We'll keep it moving. Yo, and one more thing before we go. Anybody that want this recording, just hit me on Telegram. MuLegend 3, all the winners, Rashid, Lisa, and Malika. Hit me up. Congratulations to y'all. And we gonna call it one, y'all. Appreciate y'all support and love, man. Y'all have a good
Thank
night.
you as always for your time and your energy spent.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
I appreciate y'all as well.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Mo.
Yeah.
All right, no doubt. No doubt. We here. Keep supporting me.
Of course. Of course.
All right. See y'all later.